Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and Woods doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out on mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it.
This is your boy Iggy.
It's your boy Woods.
You are now tuned in to another episode of Hip Hop Who's Podcast. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Guys, man, continue to keep running those subs up, man.
Yup.
Thanks for supporting us. Continue to keep supporting us. Hit us on Instagram. Let us know, man. Like, if you guys have a topic that you guys want us to talk about, hit us up in the DMs, and we'll talk about it, man. And hit us up on all our socials, Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're everywhere. We're on X. Holler at us on X. We are everywhere. And we got to shout out Distant Cousins.
Emoji fingers.
Title League.
Distant Cousins, baby.
Shout out to Title League.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys know what it is.
And don't forget to check out our latest episode, man.
Yes, check out the latest episode. We did a vlog style at the Ball Don't Stop. It was incredible. I had an amazing time. What was your takeaway from that whole thing? Ball Don't Stop.
One, I really gotta, cause I was coaching men. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're getting me cheese.
I kind of got scared. I kind of got cold feet.
Yes, because I'm like, bro, write up a play. I'm not a coach.
Right, and I had a few plays ready, but I was just like, the Ryerson coach that was there.
Right.
Oh, flip, man.
I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah, you know what I mean? But long story short, brain fart, no disrespect. But I had to steal some of his shit. Like he's a seasoned.
Yes, he's a seasoned coach. He's a seasoned coach. Absolutely.
He had a play for every situation. I was more so taking notes from him, and I was stealing some shit so I can bring it back. But that's why I started at the youth level. Youth, high school, and gradually move my way up. I was kind of moving like JJ Redick, because JJ Redick was coaching youth, and then he scored the Laker job. You know what I mean?
But imagine this.
It didn't work like that for me.
Imagine this. Like, you are the head coach at Westview, and you got to coach pros.
Crazy.
Like, you just coached Norman Powell.
Wow.
And Chris Boucher.
Real shit.
Like, nobody else can say that. And Quincy. Like, nobody else can say that. You coached the Long brothers. Like, that's why I more wanted for you to run a play.
I appreciate you. And you were pushing. I know you were cheesed still.
I was a little disappointed, but it is what it is. I get it. We're in a huddle. The game is close.
Yeah, man.
The guy has I'm like, give me the board. Yo, run a play, man.
I was like,
He's like,
yeah. I shit the bed, man.
You definitely shit the bed.
But don't worry, I'll be ready. I'll be ready for next year.
No, definitely next year. I come holler at us. It's just gonna be me and him. Like, no disrespect to my guy over there. It's gonna be me and him, us coaching.
Right.
But that's gonna be the plan next year. So I talked to him already. But
let's go, man. But yeah, all in all, the event was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got a chance to bring my little man to go watch.
Yes.
And he got a picture with Bones. It was dope, man. There's levels to this.
Getting a lot of experience to be able to sit down with some of the pros.
Yes.
Man, he's gonna have a lot of things that he's not gonna forget, man.
Shout out Coach Rowe, man. You know what I mean? I seen them having a little conversation.
Yeah.
You never know. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, the future is bright. So we got to keep working.
But just bringing the city together. Obviously bringing the NBA players, getting a chance to see the levels. The young people, like, there's levels to get to the NBA.
Levels.
You know what I mean? I'm surprised. I think Bones just needs to be in the right situation.
Well, that is Bones' kind of game, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's that type of guy that you have to just allow him to just be free.
Right.
And play through the mistakes.
Right.
And that's you're gonna get some amazing plays, and you might get some bonehead plays.
Right.
Almost kind of like a J.R. Smith. But that's just the best way to do it. That's just the best way to do it.
But my thing is maybe secure. But then when you get to the NBA, you gotta find a role, right? Come off the bench, 6-man. Holler at Jamal Crawford, bro. Pick his brain a bit, because he kind of reminds me of somebody that can come off the bench. I need a bucket. I'm sure he's capable, but this is where it shows you the levels. Like, this is a bench warmer who never gets no playing time, like 0 minutes, and he came into the pro-am and scored damn near 60. Oh man, effortlessly, bro.
So that's showing you guys the levels of this.
Yeah,
like, he gets no minutes for the Clippers. A lot of people are like, "What team you play for?"
Right.
Like the Clippers.
Right.
What team he play? Clippers. They don't
Right.
even know. He doesn't
Right.
see no action.
Yeah.
So guys, get ready, man. Get your shit up. But
Mhm.
listen, the biggest takeaway for me was just I was loving the fact that, just doing small interviews, walking around, just seeing the people and everybody coming out to the city just supporting it. It was incredible.
It was dope.
Um
Definitely
and then
dope.
just the mini interviews that we did with, with
That was
Lights
dope.
and,
Yeah.
Fosa,
Charles.
Jordan. I love Jordan, man. That guy, man, I'm gonna be watching out for him.
Right.
He made me a fan. He
like
made
I
me
said,
a big,
man.
big fan of him, Jordan Charles, man. So
Yeah.
shout out Jordan Charles. And shout out Lights. That's my guy.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, Jordan Fisher. That's my other young boy, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to those guys.
Basketball
Shout out to
looking
Echo.
great in Canada, man.
Oh, it's looking fantastic. It's
Yeah.
looking fantastic. Shout out to Ball Don't Stop. I look forward to doing this every year. I look forward to doing this every single year.
And it's getting bigger.
It's just gonna get bigger and bigger. And
Yep.
like you said, I hope that he can expand it where it can be a 3-day event.
Yeah.
And like kind of like a tournament style where, the guys from the city they play amongst each
Yeah.
other's and then they play the pros.
Right.
I think that's a
Right.
fantastic idea.
The best in the six.
Yes.
To go against the NBA dudes.
Yes,
Ooh.
against the We Them Ones. I think that would
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
So
That'll be dope.
But yeah, moving along with the show, man. We weren't able to cover this because we weren't in the studio for a while, man. We've been working, man.
Working.
So again, the Canada basketball, we gotta revisit this. I know it's been
Yeah.
a few weeks, but this was probably the most disappointing thing for me, man, just to be able to see these guys and not qualify. Like we had almost a full NBA roster,
Yep.
and we didn't qualify. What is your thoughts on Canada not qualifying? And I mean, I wouldn't say not qualifying, but not getting a medal.
Not medaling.
They didn't medaling. What's your thoughts on that?
The goal was to medal, The ultimate goal is obviously to get a gold. But my expectations was just medal. Even if it's a bronze, let's just medal.
Right.
Remember earlier I was saying the interior, we didn't have enough size,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think that came and bit us in the butt. Control, Alt, Delete.
Wow.
But beating France twice. We played France twice, I believe, in 2 exhibition games.
Mm-hmm.
Slapped them up. It's no matter what, it's always hard to beat a team 3 times in a row.
So do
regardless.
you think that was smart to face those teams?
I don't know if that was too smart, because I think they were just taking notes, and it just gave France's coaching staff an opportunity to really try and find a weakness. You know what I mean? Maybe we were preparing to play against 2 7-footers, right? And then what happened was, I think Gobert didn't even start.
Gobert didn't play much. He
didn't
didn't do
play much. So they
much.
went small, but they went with a bunch of Lou Dort type guys. You know what I mean? Physical, beat
The guy
you
who
up.
dunked on LeBron.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He used to play for the Celtics.
Shout him out. He got he signed
a deal with the Sixers. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? All it took was him to dunk on LeBron. Crazy.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
But I when I look at it, it's like Canada didn't lose because of like Wemby. Like Wemby played decent.
But all right.
Gobert didn't really play much. It was just the other guys that were killing us.
Right.
Like
and
the guys that we didn't expect.
I remember Shaq always used to say the others, right? Playing at home. They were playing in France. The crowd was amazing. You know what I mean? They had that home cooking. And our shittiest game came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
I'm looking forward to the future. Zach Eddy 4 years from now will be ready. You know what I mean? Ben, what's his name? From Indiana. Matherin. He's gonna be there. And the Jamal slander, easy with it, fams. I know he had to be hurt. I'm sticking with that. He had to be hurt. I don't care what anybody got to tell me.
Listen,
bro.
man, I love Jamal Murray. I love his game. Obviously, I'm very close with his agent. We have a brain fart.
Mike
George.
Yeah.
But he just didn't play well.
No, he
And
knows that.
he played very bad.
Yeah.
He played very bad, and we got to keep it 100 with that, right? We would be lying if we said anything else. He didn't play bad, and that was one of, I don't want to say that was the whole reason why we lost, but I think if Jamal Murray gave us more, we definitely win. He just, and I don't know if it wasn't just because he wasn't starting. That was a different role that he's ever faced. Right. It kind of looked like he was just having this bench role. and he didn't seem like it was like this was something that he was used to.
I feel like coaching staff should have
And
caught.
the coaching staff, I'm not like, who is that coach? Who the hell is he?
I think now he's coaching with. I think he's the head
Brooklyn?
coach of Brooklyn now.
Who,
He
but
just got
is
the
he
job?
Canadian? Or I don't know. Like where did he come from? This is the problem too, is with the coaching. Guys, we have to do better as far as the coaching with Canada basketball. Where's the Roy Ranas of the world? Why doesn't Nathaniel Mitchell, is Nathaniel Mitchell not worthy enough to have a head coaching job for Canada?
Mm.
Is he not worthy enough? The guy coaches for the friggin' Bucks. I know he's not a
Right.
head coach, but he
Yeah.
has a lot of experience.
Right.
So why is he not coaching?
And he knows the young boys.
And he knows all of them. He's
He knows
very
all of
close
them.
with all of them. He knows them. So
Right.
why isn't he coaching? Why isn't Roy Rana coaching?
Right. Shout out Roy, man.
Like
Yeah,
this is the problem. That's my thing as far as the coaching.
Right.
These guys know basketball. They know Canada basketball. They know the players, and I think that they're just great coaches.
No, you're right.
And sometimes, guy, you need those certain type of people in there that you respect.
Would you have pulled Jamal a little earlier and inserted Andrew? I think Andrew Nemhard I think he could have had a better showing at the Olympics if he got more playing time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He played well with what he got.
Yeah.
And I would have tried to play him a little bit more, but it was so difficult. It's like I would have to either play, because him and Jamal were coming off the bench.
Right.
So I would have to either start Jamal,
Right.
or it cuts
Cuts
Nemhard's
into-
minutes.
cuts
Because
into his minutes.
like I said, when I was talking about this team before,
Mhm.
I prefer Jamal Murray to start.
Right.
And I said Jamal and Shea need to be
Right.
the backcourt. And then
Right.
you have Nemhard coming off the bench
Right.
to either he can sub either one.
Right.
And that's what I wanted. But then when, I don't know did Jamal start every game? Because I don't think he played in some of the exhibition games, right? He sat out.
He sat out in a couple of the
And
exhibition
and
games.
again, he probably is hurt. He doesn't look. Listen, Jamal Murray is at a certain standard of playing.
Yeah, the expectation has risen.
Like the
for his
expectation is up
right,
here. So
right.
when he doesn't perform up here, something's wrong.
backs.
Something's wrong. This is not even this. Like we haven't seen, like Jamal Murray when he was playing against the Lakers, he didn't look the same,
Mhm.
and he looked like he was hurt.
Right.
He didn't get much time off. And I'm not trying to make excuses. Once you're out there, you're out there, But guys, we have to understand, like something was wrong with Jamal Murray. He wasn't the same. He wasn't the same, and that's not because he just wasn't playing well or he wasn't. Something was wrong.
Yeah. Well, we gotta wait and see because his camp is pretty quiet. No one's saying nothing.
But my whole thing is I'm just hoping that everybody comes back. I don't want. I'm hoping that Jamal Murray's not, bothered by this and doesn't want to play anymore.
4 years from now, hopefully.
I'm
everybody
hoping,
comes
because
back
listen,
for real.
guys take things personal, man, and I personally believe, Wiggins doesn't want to have anything to do with this team until certain people are not in the front office anymore.
Wow.
That's me personally. I didn't hear that from anybody. That's just my own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they should make a change on that. And I have a lot of respect for Rowan Barrett and what he's done, but I think people are gonna find it a little strange
Mm-hmm.
that a player has his father controlling everything. So, I think people will feel certain ways about that.
But but that's sport though. That's sport. I hope people don't think that. You know
Which
what
sport?
I mean? Every sport.
Unless we're gonna say like LeBron is running the Lakers,
Right.
But
How many people? Well, eventually if your dad was a hooper, chances are he'll become a head coach, or he'll become a general manager somewhere if the opportunity presents itself. And he's part of Team Canada. He's part of the original team that went to the Olympics.
he was.
You know what I
And
mean?
and I'm not saying I heard this from anybody. This is not like, I'm not saying sources, Steve Nagle
Yeah.
sources. Ain't none of that. This is just my personal opinion.
Right.
I just feel like Andrew Wiggins would have played if Rowan Barrett wasn't there.
Wow.
I feel that.
Mm.
Like I think he would have participated if he wasn't there. I think that, certain things that happened from before with the other Olympics where the ball was in RJ's hand a lot more than it was in Wiggins, and Wiggins was performing better at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I think guys felt the way about it.
Yeah, man's get salty like that, eh?
When you're making $100-something million, man,
Yeah.
the level of how you think is different than others. So,
Yeah. So do you think Tatum's gonna come back?
that's another thing that I'll ask you. But
Right.
my last thing with Canada basketball, why I want to ask people, why do you guys, what was the reason why we didn't medal? Do you guys think it was because of Jamal Murray, or we just weren't good enough?
Man, it was just lack
I
of
want to
size,
I want
bro.
to hear from you guys in the comments.
Mm,
So,
Man.
moving on
Yeah.
to United States, they won the whole thing. They won gold,
Right.
as expected. No, well, not. I didn't expect it 100%
No, I
when it
expected
started,
it.
but when I seen their side in the bracket, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this shit is meant for them to get to the finals.
Right.
So, what is your thoughts with that? With them winning with the whole thing?
I mean, they got lucky. Number one. I mean, being down damn near 20 against Serbia in the
Oh
final.
man,
I mean, Serbia in the semis.
They shit the bed, Serbia.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, they had an outlier first half. They were just hitting every shot. You know what I mean? But that was a good enough cushion to try and sustain and maintain. Um, I love the way the narrative is like Embiid kind of slowed down Joker. Joker picked up a lot of fouls. So he had to play Embiid a certain way, and he couldn't be as aggressive, you know. Steve Kerr, Coach Kerr, rotation.
He looked horrible as a coach.
Rotation wise, scheme wise, eventually at one point it was looking like, you know, LeBron, KD, Steph, just go out and do your thing.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? And just play IQ style. Like it's a run right now. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why JT didn't get that much playing time, because
That's just bullshit. I'm sorry.
you know what I mean? It's just like, why invite the man if you knew, you know, you weren't gonna play him as much, you know? But kudos to Team USA, man. They came in after they lost in the Worlds and got embarrassed in the Worlds. They came back with reinforcements and they did their damn thing and secured the gold.
So my question for you with this whole thing is, and I want to ask the people as well, has the world caught up to the United States when it comes to basketball? I want to know from you guys. Hit us up in the comments. Has the world caught up to the United States?
Not yet. Well, we're making strides, but we have not caught up to the United States.
So if Serbia won and beat the United States, would we have? Because my whole thing is, does it depend on the outcome of the game?
Well, that's what you can measure it by, or you hear a lot of basketball professionals in the NBA saying, like, you know, they're developing their kids, they're developing the youth, they're developing their players overseas a lot better than they are in the States. But
I've heard that, yeah.
But when you see the United States U17 team slap up everybody, win a gold, you know what I mean? Makes you wonder, like, yo, these kids are all possibly top 10, top 20 NBA prospects, you know? So I still feel like we're a ways, but we're as a collective, we're getting closer.
We're getting
but
close.
USA still,
I think
still number one, still dominating this shit.
USA is still the best place that produces basketball for sure in the world, but I definitely think that the world has caught not completely. We're not neck and neck now, but if we put an all-world team, and we put it versus the USA, the all-world team's going to beat the USA team.
I would love to see in the NBA, like, All-Star Weekend, world against USA.
I think the world will win.
I think so too.
If you put Luka, Joker, Shea, Giannis,
that's everybody from the first team All-NBA except for Tatum.
Yeah, if you put those four and you just add on whoever you want to add on, you know, they're beating whoever the USA brings out there.
Right.
Just off of sheer playing harder. So I think it has caught up, and you can just see it. Like, you know, you have big tournaments that's coming up, and they're in Canada. Huge basketball tournaments are in Canada. The Canada's producing more NBA players. Look at last year's this year's draft.
Right.
You know, the first two picks were from France.
Right.
You had the first pick, or then you had was it third with the 7-footer? He went to DC.
Right.
Was he the second or the third pick?
I think it was second.
Second. So you have these guys, and they're all like not even from America.
Right.
So I definitely think that the world is catching up, and it's right there. And I look at Serbia. When you look at Serbia versus the Dream Team, Bro, the Dream Team was average 40 points. They're beaten.
Right.
They're winning by.
Right.
So now you slowly look like LeBron James has a bronze medal in the Olympics.
I know.
Like, that's not catching up. That's catching up.
That's catching up. But that 04, I think you're talking about the 04 Olympics.
Or whatever team, that team is all NBA.
All NBA guys. You know what I mean?
Compared to others.
But Larry Brown fucked that shit up. Sorry for cussing, but Larry Brown.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
You have a talent pool of all NBA guys going against.
You shouldn't lose.
You shouldn't lose.
I hear you.
You shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
So I think when you look at it, when you look at things in the big scheme of everything, I definitely think that the world is catching up. It's right there.
Yeah.
Bro, they beat Serbia by, bro, what was it? Like 2 or 3 points?
Yeah. Yeah. But mind you, they beat Serbia twice before. They played them in an exhibition game. They played them in pool play, slapped them up neatly. Didn't play Tatum as much. They played him again in the final.
Right.
So I keep hearing the pros say like beating a team 3 times in a row, it's tough. It is a tough thing to do because
they just played France and then they didn't dominate France like I thought
they weren't dominating. Period.
So
Kurt is very low. I don't think Kurt's gonna be coaching no more.
No, he gave up. He's done coaching.
He got his gold.
But this is what I mean about this is exactly what I mean about the world catching up. You know, so anyways, 2028.
Yeah.
That's when the next one is coming. What do you see? Because I'm looking at I'm looking at a roster and tell me if this would be this is for the Canadian team.
Right.
We got Halliburton,
yeah,
Edwards, Ja Morant.
This is for the American team.
This is for American team, yes. Yeah. So 2028 Olympic team. And this is just like, you know.
They're projecting this.
Yeah. You got Halliburton, you got Anthony Edwards, you got Ja Morant, you got Booker, you got Miller from Charlotte. You got Jones, who is over there by New Orleans.
Yeah.
You got Barnes, Scotty Barnes. You got Tatum. You got Banchero from Orlando. You got Holmgren, Chet. You got Bam, and then you got Anthony Davis.
Physicality, skill, size.
So
they'll be all right.
I don't think Tatum's gonna play.
We'll see. I'm surprised they still didn't put Jaylen Brown. Like this is crazy.
This is just projection from somebody else. Like I don't think like Brandon Miller's cool. But
originally I did not see Scotty Barnes. I think when they posted one that went viral, a projection of who would be on the 2028 squad, they didn't put Scotty Barnes, and I was a little upset about that because I'm like, Scotty Barnes he's one step away from being a guy.
Jaylen Brown needs to be on that team, but he won't play.
He probably won't.
Jaylen Brown is not going to play for the Olympics, and either is Jason Tatum. Neither one are going to play.
Boston, you think Boston just going to boycott?
They're not. Like I got 2 goals. Jason Tatum got 2 goals. He got an NBA champion.
Right.
You're going to disrespect me and think that I'm not worth getting any minutes in any. And there's no basketball game on earth that you play that Jason Tatum doesn't deserve any minutes.
Right.
And he got 2, while you have his 2 teammates out there
that deferred to him.
Yes.
During NBA time.
And then the player that won every single award that you can think of is at home. Yeah. Why the hell would you play it?
Nah, man. No, the NBA's trying to break up that.
It's disrespectful.
I think the NBA trying to break up Jalen and JT. They want them to split, but it's not going to happen.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Tatum. It's disrespectful to Jaylen Brown. If I'm either one of those guys, I don't play. I don't need to. I don't need to. Tatum got 2 goals.
But it's gonna be in LA, fam. It's gonna be in America.
It is gonna be in America.
They're gonna want to put the best product out.
Yeah, but they're gonna want to. But why would Jaylen Brown have a conversation with Grant Hill after how he spoke to him?
But Grant Hill's gonna have to put on his big boy pants and try and mend this. You know?
We'll see.
We gotta wait and see. But it's gonna be in LA. Man, it's gonna be wow.
Yeah, hip hop hoops gotta be there.
You gotta be there for sure.
Yeah. I want to know what is the country that poses the biggest threat to the United States?
I think
France is gonna be.
I think France.
France might be because they're gonna have the 2 7-footer, but then they're gonna have the 3 7-footers.
Yeah.
The one that was just drafted, Sarge or whatever his name is, and then they're gonna have the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have like their starting lineup is going to be crazy. So
They're
even
still-
though they're going
right.
to lose Batum and those guys,
Yeah.
they're still going to have those young boys who just got drafted. They
Right.
have the point guard for
Right.
Washington who just got drafted. He didn't play too much.
Mhm.
So I think France, man, is going to have, it might pose
France-
the biggest threat to the United
Possibly.
States.
Possibly.
Either
I
them or
think
us.
Canada's still gonna be there.
Either them or us.
Yeah.
See, my whole thing with Canada, I'm afraid about who's going to actually just go out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if Jamal Murray's going to play again.
Right.
I don't know.
But
I don't
like,
know.
Like our dark horse to me is Ben from Indiana, man. Montreal's finest. Or
He's
one of
nice.
Montreal's finest.
He's nice.
You know what I mean? He's a dog, bro.
Right.
He is a dog. You know what I mean? So once we address the size piece, we're gonna be all right.
We just need Zach Edey. We need it. We need.
You know what I
we
mean?
need
And a
Zach
backup
Edey.
to Zach. You know what I mean? 4
We need-
years from now,
we
where's
need
Tristan
Zach
Thompson gonna
Edey.
be? You may have to holler at Tristan Thompson, man.
He could have been one of those guys to guard Baselli,
Right.
or one of those guys.
And he wouldn't take no punk off either.
No, we got punked by France.
We got
That's bottom
punked,
line.
bro.
We need bigs. We need bigs with big bodies to
Mhm.
be out there. And Zach Edey, and sorry, no disrespect, but Kelly Olynyk, you got to retire.
Nah, don't.
You
Are you
gotta
crazy?
retire. He looked.
Hell no.
He shit the bed the whole tournament,
He
bro.
didn't shit the bed the whole time. He
He
was just
shit
trying
the bed
A
the
lot
whole
of these guys are
tournament.
really trying to find their way.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? In the
He shit the bed.
rotation,
He shit the bed.
the
We gotta
balls a
get him
little
out of there.
lighter. Those balls are pretty
Nah,
light too, man.
They are like,
You know what I mean? Those FIBA balls are light. Oh,
So-
control, alt, delete.
Yes, that was insane.
Holy.
Anyways, I want to know from you guys in the comments. Let us know what country poses the biggest threat to the United States in the 2028 Olympics. Let's get it in the
Let's get
comments.
it.
So moving along, NBA, we got
Yeah.
Ant Edwards. Ant Edwards, I think, just says anything. I think he's a great player, but he just talks, man. And sometimes I think he talks like he's just with his homeboys.
Yeah.
And sometimes he needs to do this and just be quiet sometimes. But he was he was in the news, or I don't know what show I don't know what show he was on or what podcast he was on, but he basically just said like that Michael Jordan was the only skilled player back in his time. I'm not sure if he's saying that's why he dominated, but I'll give you exactly what he said. So we're not going to
Wow.
misquote nobody.
Wow.
So where is it? So he basically said, they say it was tougher back then than it is now.
Yeah.
He goes, but I don't think anybody had skill back then.
Mm.
Michael Jordan was the only one that really had skill. You know what I mean? So when they saw Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
they were like, oh my God, now everybody today has skill.
Right.
So he was saying basically when Kobe Bryant, when the NBA saw Kobe come out of
Yeah.
nowhere, they're like, oh my God, this guy has so,
Well,
like
yeah.
we never seen anything like this. And he was saying, guys, back in Jordan's era, Jordan was the only one who had skill. What's your thoughts?
I think when Larry Bird was getting his third MVP, I think he played against Portland, dropped like 40-something. It was a back-to-back.
Right,
Dropped like 40-something with the left hand only.
right.
I think the game went to overtime, so he had to use his right hand, like game-winning shot, hit it with the right, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. Okay? All left. Okay?
That's
And then-
he's 6'8". That sounds like some skill to me.
Right? And then played, he wanted to save his right hand for the Lakers the next day
Right,
and destroyed them.
right.
Okay? You're gonna go out and diss Magic? You're
6'9", 6'10" point guard. That sounds like some skill to me.
You're gonna go out and diss Isaiah Thomas?
Probably one of the best ball handlers that we've ever seen.
Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson.
Probably the best. He was probably the most skilled. Hakeem is probably the most skilled center the NBA's ever seen. Period.
You feel me?
Like he can shoot, he can dribble. He had all those post moves. They called the guy the dream,
right? And
dream shake.
And I always say like a 1A, 1B, Hakeem and David Robinson, because David Robinson was just an athletic specimen.
Yep,
That could do everything.
He had the mid range,
Offensively,
18-footer.
defensively,
Yeah,
just didn't have a tray ball.
Mm-mm.
And he didn't really need the tray ball.
No, guys
what I
weren't
mean?
shooting. They weren't shooting
Right?
trays like that.
Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, like, what are we really saying? Like, that's just the ignorance, but he's young. It's
But
cool.
he's okay. So, see, my problem with Ant Edwards with this is that he started off saying like I didn't watch back then, and then proceeds to comment on it.
Right. So there you
Because I didn't
go.
watch it back then, so I can't comment, but let me still comment.
Bottom
That's where I'm
line.
like, bro, and this is what a lot of people do, right? A lot of the younger guys,
Mm-hmm.
they look at back then, like guys were playing like they were Stone Age,
No, I
like
mean,
people were some cavemen or
shout
something.
out the OG Triple OG Gilbert.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Gilbert
you
Arenas. He's giving the young folks some life because he breaks it down in regards to the competition back then compared to now. Everything has evolved, so of course now is a little better. You know what I mean? But back to Ant-Man, I'm like, fam, you just got a jumper. Like you've been working on your jumper since you
yeah,
came to
but
since you came to the NBA.
you can't start a conversation off by saying I didn't watch back then, so I can't comment,
Right.
and then proceeds to comment. That's just dumb.
Right? But
Why would I listen to what you're saying?
his kryptonite is coming back.
Who that?
John Morant. John
Nah.
Morant ended a lot.
I'm
He
not.
ended a lot of his runs. I'm just telling you.
I'm not a John
Memphis
Morant.
gonna be scary, man.
John Morant
Morant's
can't
coming.
shoot. He can't shoot, so he
Yeah.
doesn't pose no threat in my eye. Like
Mid range, he got a mid range, and he's super explosive. You know what I mean?
he doesn't have no IQ as far as a basketball player. He's a dummy on the court.
Oh my gosh, that's a
He's an
hot take
absolute
right
dummy.
there. Nah, he's not.
I'm just saying.
I think we're all looking forward to his comeback. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
Whatever.
crazy.
The only person I look forward to on that team is Zach Edey, the Canadian. Let's get it. They don't
Shit.
have
Shout out
Dylan
Zach
Brooks
Edey,
no
but you're
more, so I don't
disrespectful,
care.
fam.
Anyways, I want to know from
Holy
everybody in the comments, do you guys agree with Anthony Edwards with his comments about players back then? Jordan was the only player back then to have skill. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know.
Disrespectful, man.
Listen, I want to talk about Caitlyn Clark.
Yeah.
So Caitlyn Clark, she's getting bullied and punked off again. What's going on here? Like what I seen, there was a footage
Yeah.
with her where Skylar Diggins Smith did she was looking like she was in the speed walking competition.
Yeah.
Like she was walking so fast to get to Caitlyn Clark to push her.
Right.
Because Caitlyn Clark was cooking them. They were up by like 17, 18 points, and she was just talking to the crowd. She was, listen, Caitlyn ain't no angel. She talk her shit. But
And
if
rightfully so. You're putting in the work.
Yes, if you're cooking and nobody can stop you, talk your shit until somebody can stop you.
Bottom line.
All the greats talk shit, so I'm not sure why they're so offended. Well, we know why everybody's mad. You know, she's a white girl. Let's just keep it 100. You know, if she was a black girl doing the same thing, no one would be, it wouldn't be this much negative talks on her.
Right.
So we have to keep it 100. She's white, and a lot of these girls who've been there, they didn't get the kind of looks and the viewership and the money the way she's getting it. And they're upset and they're bothered.
Listen, man, she's bringing so much dollars to the WNBA right now. I think her jersey's #1.
It's the #1 selling jersey, yep.
Right? She's doing her thing, man. She's averaging what? 18 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. You know what I mean? 2 steals. No, I'm lying. Probably like 1.5 steals. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful thing about her evolution, I think the Olympic break gave her time to sit back and really analyze what's going on. Now she understands the physicality from the first half of the season. And she came out guns a-blazing. I think she played Phoenix first.
Oh, she cooked them.
Oh, the OG, Triple OG, Diana Taurasi got it.
Oh, she
You know
got
what
it.
I mean?
Yeah.
What's the big girl's name?
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner, got it.
Yeah.
You know, and they slapped them up on top of that. Then go to Seattle, have them in their feelings. All down to the coach was in their feelings.
The coach was upset. Like they were mad that they didn't clear the bench.
Why you clearing the bench for?
I don't know if there was, I don't know how much time was left on the clock, but the Seattle coach was upset that the Indiana coach didn't clear her bench and put the bench warmers on in the game.
Seattle coach didn't want Caitlyn to, I think, get another double or something like that, bro.
I don't know.
It was some underlying shit, man. Don't do that, man. It's all good. I understand the sportsmanship piece, but the disrespect that you guys show Caitlyn on a reg.
I think the second half of the season, like you said, she's been hooping, and she just looks more dominant out there to me.
Yeah,
especially like just passing. Like I think what does she have, the rookie record for assists too?
Yeah.
So like her and Angel Reese are hooping, but I think her team is just doing better. I want to say. I think they started out.
I think the Fever's in 7th right now.
Yeah, they're
you know what I mean?
the
And
Fever.
mind
Yeah,
you,
they're in 7th.
They didn't
they're
even
13.
make the playoffs since 2016 or something
Yeah,
crazy
they're 13
like
and
that.
15 right now.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Listen,
I mean, the Asia Wilson. I mean, she should get MVP, but first team all WNBA. Caitlyn got to be on that shit.
7 and 7. The Indiana Fever are 7 and Chicago was 8 in the seedings.
Look at that.
So they're helping their teams to get to the playoffs.
Bottom line.
And with her and Aaliyah Boston there, like that team looks deadly for years. Those two young players, man. Listen, man, you got to give Caitlyn the respect. Those girls are hating on her, and they got to stop hating on that girl. I'm sorry. Listen, when you got as a former hooper, you got to give it to when you see somebody hooping.
Bottom line,
you got to give it to them.
Even though you don't want to do it at that time,
you got to give it to them.
When the game's over, you got to show your love
because you
respect,
just look
man.
bad. This girl, Skylar Diggins Smith, she sped like she was walking so fast. Just to bump this girl because she was so mad because she was like this to the crowd. Talking to the crowd. Not even talking to her bench. Talking to the crowd. The girl was so mad she sped walk and just bumped the girl.
Yeah. I know those ones, man.
She was so like
I know those ones, man.
You can't it's so bad they can't do nothing with her on the court.
Right.
Let me see if I can just get a lick off or something. Like, come on, man. That's horrible. Stop it. You guys stop hating on Skylar, man. And I want to know from people in the comments, do you guys think that Caitlyn Clark hate is real? Because I think we asked this question before, but a lot of people said it was not hate. It's just welcome to the NBA. But I want to know now that we have a season almost, we're almost getting to the playoffs. I want to know, do you guys feel that this is a Caitlyn Clark hate? Is it real or not? Talk to us in the comments. Let's move along to hip hop. So we got Dame Dash. We got Jay-Z. We're gonna put Jay-Z's name first.
Here we go.
Jay-Z versus Dame Dash. Man. What is your thoughts with this whole thing with Jay-Z versus Dame Dash?
I feel like there's always 3 sides to a story. You know what I mean?
The truth,
your side, my side, and the truth. Right? So Jay-Z's side,
Jay-Z's side is
Dame's
the truth.
side, and the actual truth. And we got to throw Biggs in there too. You know what I mean? Because they came together with this whole Rockefeller movement, right? So my thing is like, you guys come with this movement. Reasonable doubt was created. Y'all pushed it as a unit. Behind the scenes, who knows the percentage-wise? Who knows if it was under, apparently it was under Rockefeller Records or Rockefeller, I forgot the label it was under or
it wasn't
the company
it wasn't
was
under Def Jam.
It wasn't under Def Jam. No, this was them. These guys were moving like independent. Everything they did was out of pocket. The same way how 50's moving now. Dame and Jay-Z and them were moving like that. Everything out of pocket. So it's like, if Jay-Z's gonna come now and move corporate, snake Dame.
Snake him how? I want you to
when I say,
put some context behind that when you say that.
Well, you know, connecting with Steve Stout probably helped propel him to become his own entity, even though Dame said it kind of devalued him because you went with you did the Reebok deal, you did a beer, you signed with some type of beer label, not beer label, but I forgot the name of the beer
company.
A beer company, like when you should be nothing but champagne. And this is what Dame was showing you from the jump. He did that later. No, don't say it now. I'm
just saying.
Don't do that. No, he did it.
Douce, like, you know.
But what did he do first?
Drinkers.
He did a beer first. That kind of devalued him.
How could it devalue when he's up still? That doesn't make any sense.
No,
maybe it devalued him in his eyes.
In his eyes, yes. At that moment.
Dame's eyes.
But I'm just saying, somebody that believed in you, somebody that you guys came in together and dominated, and then you just go and cut. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, for personal gain, you know what I mean? Could make better business moves. The guys that he made business moves with didn't like Dame, clearly. The Steve Stouts of the world, what's the other
Core.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is it sucks. Smart on Dame's side. to know like 30 years later, I've got to make sure when first signing that deal, make sure I have some share in this. Make sure I have some stock in this so I could make some money 30 years later.
But the money not even going to him, so it doesn't matter.
It's all good. But hey, if the rumors are true and 50 buys it for 12 mil, his debt is paid off and he's leaving with a profit. So who
50's not buying that for 12
I'm just saying, you never know.
It won't happen.
That's the rumor. We never know.
The reason why I'm telling you why it won't work and nobody's gonna pay 12 million for it, because they have to give it back to its
6
rightful
years
owner.
later.
So why would I pay $12 million just to keep it for $6 million?
Well, I'm just saying.
For 6 years.
If I'm someone like 50 and I know I can make 12 mil in my sleep 6 years from now, I'm gonna buy that and I'm gonna troll the heck out of Jay-Z.
But what to buy it and do what with it to make the money back?
I think with somebody like 50, and I'm not counting his pockets or anything. I'm just saying, someone like 50, if he were to buy it, that's just strictly for trolling purposes. He can make 12 mil.
50's money's not up like that for him to do that.
I think it is.
It's not up like that for him to spend 12 million. He better relax.
You never know. You never know.
Ain't up like that.
You never know.
Stop it.
You never know.
He has to worry about Hurricane Chris. That's what he needs to
Cut
focus
it out,
on.
man. Hurricane Chris.
He needs to worry about Hurricane Chris.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Cut it out, man.
But okay, when you say Jay-Z, when you say Jay-Z snaked Dame,
yeah,
because he wanted to elevate and Dame wanted to stay at this level and he wanted to elevate, that means he snaked Dame.
But we don't know that Dame wanted to just stay here. Dame was clearly on, let's take over this whole thing. We have the formula.
So what happened? Why is he broke? And Jay-Z went,
well, I know there was a video that came out of Dame Dash saying, I go broke because I'm chasing my dream. You know what I mean? There's a video of that. You gotta take risks.
I know that.
You gotta take risks in order to think. So you're gonna fall sometimes, but then some of those risks are gonna turn into major rewards. You know what I mean? I don't think he's broke though. Look how much venture this man's in. So he's not broke. He ain't Jay-Z rich, but I'm just saying
what he said. He said, I'm broke. So why is he broke years later after all of this? So he was forced to sell his share of
for
Rockefeller,
$800,000 or whatever.
So
because he was sued or whatever.
He was sued for that $800,000. So he was forced to sell. It's just like almost like the game. Like they look at what you have that's valuable. I guess the game owed that girl $7 million. They're like, yo, where's the cash? I guess he probably try to hide his cash if he didn't have it. Like, okay, your house is worth $20 million. We're gonna sell that. We're taking it and we're gonna sell it. And we're gonna get our money. So it's the same thing. He had to get his money. They owed the money, and so they're auctioning off this part of Rockefeller so anybody can buy it. They don't care how much they get as long as they cover that $800,000. That's
what I'm saying.
So
let's just say if that 12 million rumor was, it's just a rumor. If there was some truth to it, wouldn't Dame leave with a profit after he pays off that?
Yeah.
And I think that's the name of the game, right?
But no one's gonna spend $12 million on it.
You never know.
Because you can't keep it. It goes back to its rightful owner. Jay-Z made sure he put that in the statement with his lawyer. He put it to the courts with the lawyers and said, hey, after this time, it returns back to the rightful owner, me. So why is somebody, it's just too much to
if Dame has it now, is Jay-Z really the rightful owner?
Yeah.
If Dame had it this whole time?
Yeah. Because I don't know how he got it to that where it returns back to him. I'm not sure what it was.
Right.
But he did put that statement out and Dame said he's trying to devalue it, it is smart. You don't want it to go too high or you don't want nobody to buy it. You just want it to get auctioned off to someone who cares, like someone who doesn't really know anything about it and doesn't really care for it. So Jay-Z can probably negotiate with the guy, okay, here's your money back or give it back to me. I'm not sure how this whole thing is. I just don't know why doesn't Jay-Z just buy it himself? Or Dame probably won't agree to it. Probably.
Won't. And whoever buys it, if it's over 10 mil, you're gonna get a neck grease Rockefeller chain with a bag of neck grease on it, but it's okay.
Nobody wants that Rockefeller.
I'm just saying,
man. Listen, I'm just saying I feel bad for Dame because I think Dame's ego and pride, and this is where when guys make a lot of money and they don't want to Dame, just go sit down with Hov and have a conversation with him. I'm sure that Hove won't say, "Get out of my face."
I think that ship has sailed. Why?
Like, but
I
he's
think Dame is hurt, bro.
but he's sad. He
Got
made amends.
snaked. He got snaked.
How?
Bro. He feel that he got. He probably won't ever say it, but
Yo,
you know,
the guy, yo, you can't stop a guy who wants to go part ways and go do business elsewhere.
Right.
It happens in life.
But you're doing business with people that don't rock with you.
Listen, did it not benefit Jay-Z?
It benefited him. It did. You're
There
right.
you go then. So then how are we here to say that, oh, you just did that and these guys don't like you? Jay-Z probably don't like those guys either. But guess what? Jay-Z's a billionaire now. While you're struggling, you're on the internet talking about you're broke. Like, I don't think he's completely broke. I think a lot of his money's tied up in assets and things like that.
Exactly.
But your money, you should be on the same level as Hove right now. But you're not. And I think, I don't think that that's something that we can say, oh, Jay-Z. Like, I want someone to tell me how Jay-Z snaked Dame. Like, I need someone to help me to understand that and let me know. So I want to know in the comments, how did Jay-Z snake Dame Dash? I want you guys to tell me in the comments. Don't just tell me he did. Help me to understand how he snaked Dame.
Yeah, man. You guys come up together. You know what I mean? You come up together.
Some guys go this way, some guys go that way.
You know what I mean?
Like, it's not like Dame.
No, I get it.
Remember, Dame left, and I think he said he sold like he would like Rockaware made like 80 million in like 18 months. And he's like, remember that line? He's like, you can bullshit a rap if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, 80 million. Where's your money? You left. When you guys went your part ways, you were up. What happened within that time?
Right.
Where'd your money go? Where'd you go? And he says it, a lot of poor business moves. Bruh, sometimes it's not always best to invest your money. Use sponsors' money to invest in what you are trying to do.
I think he probably knows that now. You know what I mean? Well, mind you, these guys were millionaires at 20, mid-20s.
Yeah, and
right?
See, the thing is, what the problem is, it just looks bad because Jay is so up, and Dame is not up. So it looks bad.
But you're comparing Jay to Dame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Didn't you look at them as equal as far as money-wise when they were doing their thing?
When they were doing their thing, yes. You know what I mean?
I didn't look at Jay. It was like, oh man, Jay is he has so much money, and then Dame is down here. I looked at Dame like, oh, he's up here. He's almost a boss. Yeah. I looked at him, Biggs. They're all like bosses, and they were all even.
Right.
It was just Jay was the rapper, and the famous line, go make another Hove, and he couldn't make another Hove.
Right.
So,
well, he kind of did with Kanye, but
Kanye said, I'm gonna go rock with Hove because Hove knows how to move in a room full of vultures.
Here we go.
And Dame can't. Dame can't.
Right.
He just can't. So, I hope that, I hope one day that they can sit down and talk about it, man. That's always been something that I've always been cheering for to do. Hove sat down with, a lot of different guys that he wasn't cool with. Like, he's still cool with Biggs.
Yeah.
He's still cool with Tata. He's still cool with Memphis Bleak. He's still cool with Freeway. He's still cool with Young Chris and Neef and all those guys.
Right.
He's still cool with all of them. Like, he's cool with, I don't know if he's still cool, he's cool with Jazzo. I seen Jazzo, his OG, rocking the chain. I don't know if he's cool with the Haven. I don't know if he's cool with him still, but he's pretty much cool with all of the guys he came up with except one guy. And that's Dame. So he's cool with Beans. Remember, Beans was out there saying, the man didn't show up to court for him and all this stuff. He's cool with Beans now.
Finally.
So why can't he make amends? I think it's coming. Pause. Control-Alt-Delete. Control-Alt-Delete. I think it's on the way. Dame Dash and Jay-Z, I call it first. I call it here. But moving along, I want to talk about Sauce Walker. So Sauce Walker, Sauce basically, he was on the Breakfast Club, and he basically said that he called Drake a culture vulture. And I want to know from you guys in the comments, do you guys agree with Sauce Walker's comments talking about Drake being a culture vulture and using the Houston, swag to create this whole thing that he's done for himself? So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. But what's your thoughts with Sauce Walker talking about Drake as a culture vulture, stealing the Houston swag?
So let me get this straight. Drake's a culture vulture in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He's a culture vulture in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a culture vulture to a certain degree in Toronto. You know, bringing that whole Toronto vibe to America, to the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm out there outside looking in, but how? You know what I mean? When guys from Atlanta, from Houston, from LA, they benefit off of the support Drake shows them. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
in Houston, you're never hearing Bun B say anything crazy about Drake.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You're not hearing.
He said that Bun B was from Port Arthur, Texas, PA, same place where
and
Stack was from.
and Bun B
But
had a
Bun B,
rebuttal too, right?
yeah, he said I was born over here in Manor or something in Houston, Texas.
All right.
So
that kind of
he
adds
did
up.
songs with Travis Scott. You know, he did
Right.
songs with Beyonce. Like
Right.
he. So when he said that he's not working with Houston artists. It's so weird to me with this. Is like, what do I owe you? I owe
Right.
you anything? It's kind of like the whole thing with 50 Cent when he did, you know, his big show out there
Yeah.
in Shreveport.
Right.
And then Hurricane Chris is mad, like, oh, you trying to use the city and you culture vulture as, you know, what does 50 Cent owe you?
Nothing.
What does he owe you?
And he already put on a couple rappers to
Yeah.
perform there too.
Fredo Bang was there.
You know what I
You know,
mean?
you had Master P was there. So
Right.
there was people from Louisiana in the building.
Right.
So my whole thing is, what does Drake owe you? Why does Drake have to give you a feature? Why? If you want a feature, just say, bro, let's get a feature together. Don't go this route.
Right.
I just don't understand. What does Drake owe the city of Houston? If he wants to go live there and do his thing, he can't live there?
Right. Which
So
he
if
does.
So now it's like I think Drake gave a lot of love to Houston, you know, with the Chopped Screwed, you know, like with Mike, with Mike Jones and Paul
Mhm.
Wall, and he gave you know, he's founded by Jazz Prince, a Houston legend, or whatever
Right.
you want to call it. Like, so I just don't understand. Like, he's been to like Houston Appreciation Week.
Right.
He's been to that festival many years,
Facts.
showing love to Houston. Like, if anybody knows about you would see like Drake supported that event for many, many years, playing in their softball game and, you know, going to the celebrity basketball game. I think it's held at Rice, I want to say.
Yeah.
But he's been around Houston so much and show. I just don't know what else should he do for Houston. Like, I don't think, why does he owe you anything? Why does he owe Sauce Walker anything? Why does he owe Little Kiki and all these other underground rappers anything?
Right.
Because he lives there? I'm confused. I just
my
don't get
thing
it.
is like,
If you want a feature, just say you want a feature,
just
bro.
ask for a feature,
Just
bro.
ask for a feature. Like, this is weird. This whole thing is starting to get weird now. Like,
It's
they're-
that sense of entitlement. It's
Yeah.
that sense of, I know I'm better than you. You just better than me because you know you got money. You got more money than me. Like, you know what I mean?
Sauce
Like,
said he got money.
I'm like, bro, like what are we really doing, man? To go on a platform like the Breakfast Club to call out a man?
Even Young Thug said, like Slim Thug. Slim Thug said, man, yo, Drake don't owe nobody nothing. And if he wants to do music with me, I would do the record. And if he doesn't want to do the record, then he doesn't want to do the record. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Why are we doing this? It to me, it's getting a little weird, and I'm just not understanding. And we just gotta, I don't know, man. We gotta sit back, and the beef is over. It's done. Guys, let's get back to just enjoying music without focusing on this beef, because I don't think it's real.
Right.
You know, Drake dropped 100 gigs under head top, and everybody's enjoying the gigs. Like, they're enjoying the quality, the
Right.
footage. They're enjoying the 3 songs that he
all
dropped.
those bloggers that I heard destroying him, now they're like, oh my God, this is the Drake that I like.
No,
He
there's
brought
only
back
one.
memories.
There's only one guy that I think he dropped the bag because he was the last one to get the Drake interview, Elliot Wilson.
Yeah.
And Elliot, he was on his show that he does with Jeremy and DJ Head. Shout out to Jeremy. He's gonna pull up on us in the fall,
Nice.
hopefully. But they have a podcast that they do. I think it's weekly, but Elliot's on the podcast saying, can Drake make one good move? He hasn't made one good move after the beef. And I'm like, bro, this guy, it's not genuine anymore.
Right.
Like, it's not, I can't believe you because it's not genuine.
Right.
Like, you're just speaking from a place because you're hurt.
You're hurt.
Because Drake don't rock with you no more.
Right.
And you were the last person to get that Drake interview.
Right.
And Drake's not giving you no interview. Drake, let's let you know, I don't rock with you. And it bothers you. And he says it bothers me. So when I hear guys like him and Joe Buttons and those guys like speak, I can't really take them serious.
Right.
Because I know it's not coming from a genuine place. So Sauce Walker, him talking about Drake is, you know, a culture vulture. Guys, I want to know, does Drake owe features? Does he need to do features with these artists? Does he owe the city of Houston anything? I want to know from you guys in the comments, man, what you guys think about this, man, because this is getting weird.
It's getting weird, man. That
So-
sense of entitlement
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's very crazy, man.
Crazy.
So, that's it, man. You got anything else, man?
No, man. I just wanna shout out. I want to shout out all the youth getting ready that are in school right now. I know private schools have started 2 weeks now or a
Mhm.
week ago. Handle your business in the classroom. I know public schools are about to start next month. You know what I mean? Get that back to school shopping on. Good luck with all that, you know. And hey, to all my guys in the streets that love to play ball but like to do their thing in the streets as well, you can't do both. You know what I mean? You can't be a gangster and a gentleman. Or maybe you can, but not on the basketball court. You can't be a gangster and a hooper, you know? Especially if you don't have the lawyer fees. I just want to throw that out there because a couple of my young boys got in trouble. And yeah, that's the message I'm sending out to everybody.
Prayers to the young boys, man.
Yes.
Hopefully they get out their situations that they're in.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. And yeah, man, just continue to support, you know, follow us on all social media platforms. Help us run up these numbers, man. You know,
Yes,
we just
sir.
dropped episode 19, vlog style, man, with Ball Don't Stop. Check it out on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, on all social media platforms, like I said, man.
Go on the
And
website, man. Check
go
us
on the
out,
website.
man.
Check out the website, man. And Title League. You already know, man. Distant Cousins all day, every day, man. Liking the spot, man.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, man. Maybe this might be our new home, man. We'll never know. We'll see, man.
You already know.
But let's get it.
Let's get it.
Shout out
Yeah.
the mountain and fish. I got it again. What's doing right for the culture? If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out no mic, you a